¿Ahora? Sí, ahora sí, vale. Joder, tenía en off, no sé por qué. Qué raro, ¿no? Vale, pues ya está. Entonces, seguimos con... Bueno, no me acuerdo mucho del juego. Denunciar, no, hombre. Me voy a denunciar a mí mismo. No, gracias. ¿Qué os iba a contar? Pues que no me acuerdo mucho de... Sé que tenemos que investigarlos a todos, pero a ver qué tenemos aquí. Vale, vamos a ir al barquichuelo. A ver si podemos ir. Sí, tenemos que interrogar a todos, ¿no? Sí. Mira, coño, esto no. Esto es el abogado.
Perhaps we should discuss the incident. And what can you tell us about what happened to Gilfrey?
Hard to say, old thing. I mean, there was no shortage of folks coming and going, so it really could have been anybody. Quite the collection of characters, I think you'll agree.
You don't know anybody else here?
Not one of them. I've known Gilfrey for years, but not socially. I just dealt with his legal matters.
Do you have any idea who would want to kill poor Gilfrey?
Not a clue, old thing.
He had no legal problems, nothing that could suggest a motive?
Nothing that I knew about, and I would have known.
How about the old will? There's always a big kerfuffle about the will in cases like this, at least in my experience.
Nothing out of the ordinary. With his wife dead, just about everything goes to Constance.
Just about everything?
Oh, there was an amount set aside for the staff, to ensure they were well looked after. Not enough to kill for, though.
Thank you, Mr.
Vale, vamos al puertito. Vamos a jugar un ratito, no mucho, pero vamos a jugar un ratito. Me apetece. ¿Dónde al faro no podemos ir por el tema del bosque? Tenemos que ir a visitar también a Pajaroto. Le vamos a dar a la señora al este.
Well, I have a diving helmet and a way to get air into it, but unfortunately it won't fit over my face. I need a way to extend the front of it. Ideally, a way which will still allow me to see.
Que te entre la cara. Vale, esto cosa ya. Muy pedigüeño tú,
Note about the times the vessel has been taken out.
All a load of bloody gibberish to me.
My dearest Ethelberta, a reminder that should you need to open the safe in my absence, you have only to play out.
Fellow has a safe then. Best look into that. Always some good clues in safes. Found a lot of good that note does us though. How do we know what their tune was? Fella could have been a bit more explicit.
I rather suspect that was the point. Anyway, we don't know, but somebody else might. We'll need to find out where this safe is.
Vale. La caja fuerte, la melodía. Necesitamos una moneda para ver a los animales en pelotas. Es lo malo de jugarlo de vez en cuando, que al final se te va mucho la... Aquí estaría imposible, ¿no? Lo buscaría imposible, creo.
These seem to... Thank...
¿Sabrá la melodía esta mujer, la niña?
Perhaps we could discuss your family. Do you happen to know if there's a particular tune or song your parents used to enjoy together?
Why, yes, there is, as a matter of fact. A song called Waddling in the Moonlight. Mother used to play it on the organ. I hadn't thought about that for years.
Thank you. We have reason to believe your father might have owned a safe.
Oh, that's right, he did.
I say, we've been over every blasted inch of that house and I've not seen one anywhere.
Está en el barquito, ¿no?
You wouldn't, Dr. Frumple. Father hid it. It's behind a painting in the drawing room. You won't get into it, though. Even I don't know how it opens. Father wouldn't go near it when others were in the room.
So how do you know about it?
One time, when I was just a duckling, I snuck into the room while he had the safe open. He didn't see me, thank goodness. I don't think even the staff know it's there. I can't imagine what he kept in it.
Thank you, Miss Gilfrey.
Pues sí, nos ha dado mucha información, la señora Constance.
Farewell.
Mucha información nos ha dado.
If we could discuss the incident last...
Siempre suele echar la culpa a los gatetes,
Do you know anything about
Esto
the
es un sospechoso.
circumstances of Gilfrey's death?
Not a jot, old thing. I mean, any one of us could have done it, couldn't we? People coming and going for this big event. I say, it could even have been you. Or Dr. F here.
How dare you, sir? I'm a doctor. I would never.
Steady on, old thing. He was just making a point. How well did you know Admiral Gilfrey?
Never met the fellow. I mean, Connie has talked about him, of course, but we never actually met.
So you don't know who might have wanted to kill him?
Not a clue, old thing. Isn't it usually a family thing? Inheritance and all that?
Alas, his only family is poor Miss Gilfrey. And you, once you're married, of course.
Right, yes, I suppose so. If he'd allowed the marriage, of course. I don't think the old boy approved of me, truth be told. Like my own family, I suppose. I say, you're not suggesting we had anything to do with this, are you?
I'm not suggesting anything at the moment, sir. Mr. Spode mentioned Constance's inheritance. It will be rather substantial, I believe.
Oh, rather. I mean, jolly rotten luck and all, but she'll be a rich woman now.
And you a rich man if you're to marry her.
I say, well, that's a fine thing, isn't it? Dashed rude of you, old thing. What exactly are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything, just pointing out the facts.
Well, you can get that idea out of your head right away. The nerve of you. I mean, really, it's just too much.
Sería demasiado evidente que fuera el gatete. Sería demasiado evidente. No me gustaría que fuera él. Fuerte señor con agua salada, atrapado durante los acontecimientos, no sospechoso. Podría ser la doctora, por el tema de que es invisible, ¿no? Poco probable que sea sospechosa. El clero, podría ser dolida porque no era correspondida, se fue de la isla, de nada. Puede ser ella, Vivian Price. Muerto por solo voy a ver un México. Puede heredar una fortuna en ese caso, sí, pero será muy evidente. Está trabajando para la sospechoso probable. Vale. Siempre suele ser más de uno en estos casos, siempre. Entonces, vamos a ir a la sala. El spot de este momento, pues no sé. Pero yo diría que es la camaleón, pero también es un poco claro sería, ¿no? Al comedor. ¿Esto me va a escuchar ahora al final o no?
Now, about the incident. What can you tell?
I don't know him at all. No idea why he invited me. Truth be told, when I saw that journalist, my blood ran cold.
Why?
A lady has secrets, darling. Things she might want to keep away from her adoring public. I was worried Gilfrey might have discovered something about me and was planning on sharing it with the world.
Do you know anything about what happened?
Not a thing, darling. I hid away in here when I arrived. It gets so tiresome being in public, you know. So many questions.
Well, since you mention it, I have a piece of paper here. Maybe you could...
Rumpole, this is not the time.
Qué autógrafo.
Farewell, Dame Celia.
Adorable Rumpole. Yo no me fío mucho tampoco de ella. Creo que Wilfred quiere desvelar su secreto. Podría traer la sal en la boca. En el buche.
Madam?
Esta ni pincha ni corta,
About the incident. How well did you know Gilfrey?
Aristotle, not well. I knew dear Ethelberta for many years, almost since I was a Creer. I remember she was so
Then you don't know why anyone would have done him in?
Gracious, no. Please find out what caused this terrible tragedy, Lord Winklebottom.
No sé.
What do you know about the incident?
I have tried to speak to the spirits, but there is a veil over these events. All is cloudy to me.
A load of rot.
Rumple, do be polite.
Oh, maybe you're right, Doctor. Recently, I find myself...
You're doubting your abilities.
I might not be the only one. Think about it. An animal of science brought me here. Maybe he'd...
Thank you for your time.
Normalmente no veo un móvil muy... Para ella, no veo el móvil muy claro para que haya sido ella.
I'm not going to open these, it'll let a terrible draft.
Este cuadro me suena.
This painting is called Adventure.
Person.
Lo guarda. Jarro de cristal.
A long round
Don't go sticking your head in there again. Wouldn't want to get stuck.
Ah, meter la cabeza. Puede que sea para el morro. Para la escalafandra. Para la escafandra.
Maybe I'll take this.
Why? Want to stick your head in it again to get the last bits of...
Ahora sí. Entonces ahora sí. Aquí. No le entra el morro, claro.
A bit more packing tape in this helmet should...
Ya está, ya está. Eso es. Por fin me ha dejado. El sitio todavía no funciona. Vale, podemos ir al salón. Podemos ir a hablar con... A ver si estoy despierto estos dos. ¿Amigos? No. Pobrecito. Ambrosio. Bueno, Ambrosio ya está.
We have reason to believe.
Perdón.
Well, this is for...
Aunque tampoco me creo mucho.
Well, he seems dead to the world.
Poor fellow is now...
Madre mía, tú. Sí que duermes, Vale. Esto es el salón, ¿no? Que es detrás del pajaroto. El reverendo no sé. Él solo no habría sido él solo.
A collection of gramophone.
Oh look, they have sounds of the sea fishing periwinkle.
I think...
No, pero yo quiero los otros clásicos.
A trumpet... There is apparently a safe behind this painting, but I can't see any way to get to it.
Got to be some way to get it open somewhere around here.
Pero tenía la partitura para poder tocar la canción, ¿no? Digo yo.
I say...
You could ask, but...
Yo inclinaría más por ella. Yo sí. Pero necesito lo de la caja fuerte. Ahora que no sé si la canción se la saben de memoria, yo creo que tendría que coger la partitura para saber la canción. No creo que la sepan. Pero bueno, vamos a intentar hacerlo del pulpo. Que el pulpo creo que es el que sale en el mapa. ¿Este ya cogimos o no?
You know, I'm not actually that inclined to just...
No, tenemos algo para ver. ¿La sábana? No, creo, ¿no?
I'd really rather not.
Vale. Vamos a utilizar esto.
No, I don't...
Vale, vale.
Well, I've modified this helmet to be suitable for a giraffe, so it's time to head out. Frumple, you...
The hose is held in place with packing tape. That hose. Not that it matters. That vase will probably drop off the front before the hose detaches.
I'm really starting to feel that you have no confidence.
No, I'm sure everything will be fine. I'm just saying it's a good job I know the kiss of life, that's all.
Right, here we go then.
Venga, va. La jirafa submarinista. A ver. A ver. El señor pulpo. Esto es el mapa. Greetings.
How do you do, good sir? And how are you this fine day?
Oh, hello! None too clever, truth be told. Got myself stuck in this blasted wire. All tangled up down the old tentacles, don't you know?
I say, how absolutely ghastly for you. I'd say this submarine is really quite a splendid vessel, isn't it?
Well, not exactly my kettle of fish, you know. But I suppose for you land dwellers it's a useful contraption.
I say, do you want me to help detangle you from that stuff? Might be a bit tricky for me down here, mind.
Oh, that would be most splendid. Thank you kindly. I'll just pop up to the service when we're down here, then.
Goodbye for now, old thing. I'll see you back topside, as they say.
Thanks, old boy.
Pero... Tengo que... ¡Ey! Ah, ya le he ayudado. Vale, ya está. Chao, pescado. Pues ya está, ¿no? ¿Puede tocar el órgano, la canción?
Well then, Frumple, we know the tune.
Oh, very well, if you insist.
Ah, mira, se la saben. Ahí está.
Good grief, a piece of paper
Santo
shot out of the
cielo,
pipe when you
papelas.
played that last note.
Thought it sounded a bit off.
Let's take a look at this. It says, where we met, where we got engaged, where we married, where Constance was born. I'm not sure this is a great deal of help, but it must connect to this safe somehow.
Ok.
I say, what is this wire stuff anyway?
Nobody really knows. You find it sometimes under the water. Not a blessed clue where it came from or what it's made from, but it's almost invisible. You don't know it's there until it's too late. It must be animal-made, but I can't imagine its purpose.
Well, farewell.
Voy a coger el cable este.
Just pulling at it is just making it tighter. I think this needs... Let's have a look now. Oh, this will come off easily if I just...
Careful you don't prod him too hard. I had an octopus for a patient once. Tried to give him a reflex test by hitting one of his tentacles with a hammer. Then he squirted his filthy ink all over me.
I can hear you, you know.
Right, that's done the trick.
Vale, entonces hacemos el frentecito.
No, I don't think this...
Vale, esto no tenemos para...
I have reservation.
¿Tiene un sobrecito?
I'm going to take a small quantity of...
Blimey, I'm going to keep in distance for a bit. Don't want to get myself all blown.
Querido Guasón.
Hold on a minute, chaps. Want to have a...
Dime. Ya es vale.
Well, you seem to be free now.
Thanks awfully. I'll be toddling off then. Blasted nuisance. I don't normally come this close to shore, but I was trying to keep away from a ship out at sea. Blasted thing nearly ran into me. Going like the clappers it was, trying to get through that storm.
How peculiar. Did you recognize the ship?
No, never seen it before. These waters are usually so quiet. They seem very keen to get here, but I don't think they managed it there. The storm was too severe. They're still out there off the coast now, as if they're waiting for something.
All seems a bit odd to me. What knows what anyone want with this desolate little place?
Recordad que vio a
Well, you
un
seem to
monstruo
be
el
free
tío
now,
este.
chap.
Thanks awfully.
How peculiar.
No, never seen it before. These waters are usually so quiet. They seem very keen to get here, but I don't think they managed it there. The storm was too severe.
All seems a bit odd to me. What knows what anyone want with this desolate little place?
Puede ser el ser humano.
Well,
Goodbye, old chap.
Tiene pinta de ser el hombre. El gran enemigo de la naturaleza. Tiene pinta, Tiene pinta de ser eso. Porque vio a un monstruo del perrete. Tiene pinta de humano. Vale, pues hemos liberado al señor pulpo. Señor Kraken. Y vamos a tocar Hemos compuesto la melodía. Vale. La nota era... No nos conocimos, no se casó, no nos será otra niña. Y así ver la caja fuerte. Puede que entre la toalla. Vamos a ver si primero. Vale, sigue está nuestra amiga allí.
Ah, look at him here, the pride of the Admiralty. We may be able to make use of this.
Careful, old thing, you're getting nearly as bad as that pilfering pelican.
Qué bueno. Vale, esa foto, listo. No sé qué parejas podíamos coger. Al cuarto de ellos, sí o sí. Bueno, al despacho. El despachito.
A photograph from
Jeff's
photographs from some of
Jeff suddenly got around. This is the most.
I'm not sure it's quite.
¿Cojo otro sobrecito o no?
I've already.
¡Ey!
Nothing under the case. Looks like they've been.
Damn cheek of somebody getting hold of them before you did.
Se las han llevado.
I say, weren't there some old coins here before?
I'll say they were. Some ruddy bounder has made off with the lot.
¡Qué perros, tío!
I wonder if I can find any information.
What is it?
Apparently,
Maybe we could use.
Qué cositas ahora, ¿eh?
maybe this might help with finding the. But I don't really think this.
Vale. Una cosita. Seguro que algún pervertido ha querido subir aquí a ver las fotografías. A gastarse las monedas en esto, seguro. ¿No? ¿Algún pervertido por aquí? A ver, batería.
This trunk is full of various knickknacks. Without a call.
Eso es. Bueno, aquí nada más. Aquí solo está eso.
No. This might prove useful.
Absolutely not. Why have you.
I don't wish to go.
Vale, la pólvora, ¿para qué será la pólvora? No quiero volver a entrar.
I'm
¿no?
really not.
No, vale.
This seems nice and hot now, but I'm...
There's still a bit of butter left in this pan. Maybe I could...
Sometimes you really are... I'd really rather not. Where we met, where we got engaged, where we married, where Constance was born.
Estas son 4 fotografías.
Pieces of thin wire, they're very hard.
Joder, si le das al círculo te dice
A
lo que es.
driver for tiny screws. A map of the island. A sharp kit. An envelope containing a small... A hot paraffin lamp. I assume these are made by crows.
Uy,
I assume these are made by crows.
uy, madre mía.
This both fits me and will allow me... A large white sheet. A roll of adhesive tape. A driver for tiny... Where we met, where we got engaged, where we married, where Pieces of thin wire, they're very hard to see. A photograph of Gilfrey and Ethelbert. A photograph of Constance.
Mierda, vamos a probar entrar por aquí.
I suppose now we know why the salt is down.
Oh, that's easy. It was the killer, and they brought it to poison Gilfrey.
Very insightful, Frumple, thank you. No. I have read... No, I don't...
¿La pólvora para qué será la pólvora, tío?
Thank... This seems unlikely.
Tenemos 2 fotos más, ¿no? Eran 4.
Another fine piece of... This is a portrait of Gilfrey's late wife. It was a terrible...
I say.
No, she flew too close to the propellers.
Oh, Grizz.
This looks like a...
Bit of an odd thing to...
Thank you. Ugh, this bed is up.
Looks like some kind of slime or mucus.
I'd really... Well, he seems dead to...
Poor fellow is now...
Algo se me está escapando y no sé lo que es.
God.
No point trying again. This line is down. I say, look at this old boy.
Not for me. He couldn't abide.
Thank you. I really am. poor, Miss.
I say, you don't.
Oh, I'd really rather. I'm really not. No. I'd really rather not.
Bueno, falta coger más fotografías. Quizás hay alguna en el bote y no la he visto. No lo sé. Aquí está esta, pero esta no tiene nada que ver.
Ah, look at him here. A sporting.
One of you sporting tra-
An award for amphibian. Various works.
Oh, sharp.
There is apparently a safe behind this painting, but I can't.
Gotta be some way to get it open.
A collection of.
Vale, luego tenemos que tocar el mapa ese dependiendo de las cosas que podamos hacer. Pero algo se me escapa, ¿eh?
This painting is called. I believe these.
No, old boy, that's just.
Oh, then we. If I turn the hat.
Se tiene que servir para algo, tío. ¿Se ha despertado? No.
Well, he seems dead.
Poor fellow is now.
No sé, ¿eh?
Thank you. Ethelbert is.
Don't much fancy being buried myself. Shoved into a tiny wooden box in the cold and dark.
No. Perhaps we could discuss your family. Do you know much about how your parents met or where they were married?
Not a great deal, I'm afraid. I know they met on one of my father's expeditions in Africa, but not much beyond that.
What about their wedding or your own birth?
I can't help you, Lord Winklebottom. They moved around so much, you see, and had so many stories. You know, I'm not even sure where I was born. Is that strange?
Thank you. Farewell, Miss.
Vale. Primero es África. El deber de Wilfred, conocer a Wilfred en África. Me preocupaba, vale. Vale, en África.
A photograph of Gilfrey.
Pero de ahí a saber dónde...
I'm not sure this is the... I'm not sure this...
Vale.
I'm not sure this... Thank God. I do believe...
No.
I'm not sure... This forest... I do believe... Thank goodness. I'm not sure this is...
Lo hice aleatoriamente.
We seem to have got...
Lo hice aleatoriamente.
This forest... I'm not sure... Thank goodness.
No, tenemos un mapa para eso. A ver si aquí hay alguna fotografía más de ellos. Es lo que me queda por mirar. Hay que cargar la dinamita a este hombre.
I suspect it leads down to the engine.
Oh no, quite so.
Probably for the best, truth be told. Note about the times the vessel has been taken out. Nothing...
All a load of bloody
My dearest Ethelberta, a reminder that should you need to open the safe in my absence, you...
fellow has a safe then. Best look into that. Always some good clues in safe.
I rather suspect that was the point. Anyway, we don't know, but somebody... How marvellous! A pipe organ.
Well, I'm...
I don't think I need to hear that tune again.
Que tengo muchos objetos, pero no sé para qué. Ni el hilo.
Pieces of thin wire, they're very hard to see.
No se ven a simple vista.
Thank you, Miss Clark. No, I don't think this is... At least we know we can...
Ah, that's her.
I'm really not sure what the... I'm really not sure. This seems unlikely to be a... I'd really rather... Where we met, where we got engaged, where we married, where Constance was born. A bowl of fruit. You know what they say.
Well, doesn't seem...
Llega el atasco ya.
Well,
God,
No. Pasión no, pasión no.
now let
just
not inherently.
best way, in my opinion. Gets it.
One would hope that you at least. A curious box. Oddly, it seems to be fixed in place. A photograph of Gil. A photograph of Constance. You know, Frumple, I'm not sure we have all the information we need to crack.
Eso es, eso es. No desvelamos toda la información que deberíamos tener.
Thank you, Miss. No. I'm really not. No. I once knew a chap who was killed after getting trapped in one. I'd really rather not. A cactus.
I'm keeping well away. Got a dreadful...
Doesn't that rather interfere with your...
Not at all. I just close my eyes when I use them, that's all.
Pues no sé qué tengo que hacer ahora, ¿eh? En el sofá no hay nada.
I say, Winklebottom.
You could ask. A trumpetless... No, I don't...
¿Y la sangre y todo eso para qué? La sangre y todo eso.
No, I don't think this is...
Pues debería saberlo.
I have reservation. I have
Bueno, este no se despierta ni para atrás.
I have
Bueno, esta era muy amiga de Delberta, ¿no? Debería saberlo. ¿No?
madam.
Eso es.
You knew Ethelberta quite well, I believe.
Oh, yes. She was a dear, dear friend to me.
I wonder, do you know anything about the circumstances
Bien.
of their matrimony?
Alas, I was unable to attend their wedding as I was on a 2-year-long spiritual retreat. I left shortly after their engagement. I'm not even sure where they wed in the end. They travelled the globe together, so could have been anywhere.
Do you know where they were when they got engaged?
Oh, indeed I do. It was on one of their expeditions somewhere in South America. She was so excited. Such a sad end. If I take one comfort from all this, it's that at least they are together again, and on a very great new adventure.
Thank you for your... I have reason to believe you might have accidentally placed a quantity of...
Oh, my word! However did these get here? Well, perhaps you should take them, darling, and let us not make any further mention of it.
Ugh, they're all wet. Here, Frumple, you're more used to bodily fluids than I. You keep these, and I'll just take the one we need.
Oh, charming.
It seems to me, Dame, that you're making something of a habit of purloining items that don't belong to you.
And you're a damn thief.
Oh, darling, it's true, it's true. I just can't help myself. So many pretty, shiny things. They'd be happier with me, don't you think? I'm doing it for them.
I see. It's really not acceptable behaviour, though.
Everybody's allowed one dirty little habit, aren't they, darlings? It's such a little thing, really. They make such a fuss about it.
They?
The theatre owners said I'd ruined the play. It was the Meerkants of Venice. Well, how was I to know they needed all 3 of those silly boxes? I left them one, but the others were so sparkly. I just had to have them, darlings. I had to.
You mean you stole props in the middle of the play? I take it they fired you.
Yes, darling. They replaced me. Replaced me! And it was all hush-hush.
Most distressing, I'm sure.
To think my career would meet such an ignoble end. Oh, darlings, you should have seen me in my prime. I did all the greats. Shakespeare, the primates of Penzance, waiting for Doggo. Oh, I was marvellous, darlings. Simply marvellous.
Marvelous.
Farewell, then.
Esta Celia, una piltrafa está hecha. Cree que Wife quiere revelar su secreto. ¿Posible cleptómano? No, posible no. Se metió en Sudamérica. Vale, el otro llevaba las cosas legales de él, así que... O te das monedas para poder ver los animales desnudos. Damos una moneda y ya está. Vamos a preguntarle a este hombre a ver si sabe algo. ¿Ya que es el abogado? No.
Thank you. Where we met, where we got engaged, where we married, where Constance was born.
Se prometió. El reverendo tendrá que saber dónde se casaron, no imagino. Digo yo. Vamos por partes, creo. Hola, reverendo.
Well, good.
God be with
Vamos a ver animales desnudos. Este seguro que le gusta a Franpol. A ver, Franpol. Vamos a ver animales desnudos. ¿Qué es lo que te gusta?
I'll just pop this.
It's working. It's working. Let me
Déjame
see
ver.
that it all. I say, there's a nude fellow in a bath. You know, he looks somewhat familiar.
Tenía rollito. Uy.
Aye. Well.
Uy, 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 uy,
Well.
uy.
I'll be jiggered.
I think perhaps we should endeavour to never watch that again. Ever.
Yes, quite so, old thing. Quite so.
Mamma mía.
Without a coin, we...
Tremendo semental. Qué tanto. Bueno, habrá que ir a hablar con él. A ver qué son esas delicias que hacía. ¿Tenemos que llevar las monedas allí o no? O va a tener el rollito con Wilfred, quién sabe. Reverendo.
Looks like our dear friend in...
I'd rather go.
Nothing under the case. Looks like...
Damn cheek of somebody getting hold.
I say, when the...
I'll say they were.
Hombre, pero las hemos cogido ya, tío. Podéis devolverlas. Digo yo. A ver. Visualicemos al bueno del reverendo.
Ah, Reverend, there's something rather delicate I wish to discuss with you. Quiet, Frumple.
What is it, my son?
Well, that is to say...
You were in a dirty movie.
Ah, bugger. I just knew it had come out at some point.
You don't deny it.
Would that I could, but no. I feared Gilfrey had discovered my secret. I suppose that's why we're all here. So he can reveal the terrible truth to the world.
Surely
Todos
not.
la
Gilfrey wouldn't do
matado.
something like that.
And why shouldn't he? Maybe he felt that it was the right thing to do, or maybe he was going to ask for money to keep my secret. In any event, perhaps I should be punished for my sordid past. I needed the money, you see. I was young and foolish.
The old church roof again. Couldn't you run a tombola or something?
I hadn't taken up the cloth then, you understand. In fact, in many regards, this is my way of atoning for that sin.
Well, don't worry, Reverend. Your secret is safe with us.
Oh, is it? That's a shame. It's a blasted funny story.
Ay.
Well, goodbye for...
God be with you, my...
Ya, pero ya estamos en un callejón sin salida ya otra vez. Ah.
Thank you, Miss Price. Reverend, could we talk about the incident? I wonder if we could discuss what you were doing last night.
Why? Whatever do you mean?
Well, we found your prayer book on the stairs to the attic, the same attic where Ambrose disturbed someone and got himself shut in.
You can't think I would do such a thing. I'm an animal of God, Winklebottom. I would never...
And yet, we found something up there that was of great interest to you, as you know.
All right, I admit I was trying to find that wretched machine. I thought I could destroy it and save my good name, but I heard somebody coming up the hall stairs, so I darted out of there and hid in the study. I suppose I dropped my book then.
So you never actually went into the attic?
No, I swear I didn't. And I certainly didn't harm poor Aristotle.
Thank you, Reverend. That'll be all for now. Well, goodbye.
God be with you,
Gran detective, ¿y esto? Descubre el móvil de todos los personajes, mira. Creo que Wilfred podría chantajearlo, vale, creía que tal. Hemos descubierto el móvil de todos los personajes y ya nos hemos preguntado a todos.
Hold on a moment, Frumple. Let's take stock. I'm rather afraid we're not getting anywhere with this investigation.
Does seem like a bit of a tricky one even for you. We have plenty of suspects, but little proof.
Quite. We seem to have got everything we can out of interrogating people. We're still no closer to knowing who did it. It's so infuriating.
Pity old Gilfrey didn't let you know in advance what his plans were. Might have given us a clue as to why someone was so intent on stopping him.
We just lost touch over the years. He was busy with research, me with my work, and now it's too late. I should have made more of an effort.
Steady on, old chap, you weren't to know. That's just how life is sometimes.
I just need to solve this case. Catch the fiend who murdered my friend.
I say, what if we could get the rotter to expose themselves somehow?
Yes, but how? Oh, but wait a moment. Yes, it could just work. Madame Lavinia, she's the key. If she could summon Gilfrey's spirit, he could name the murderer.
Bueno, sería muy flipado.
Well, I don't want to burst your bubble, old thing, but, well, that's a load of old tosh, isn't it? There's no such thing as ghosts and spirits. Honestly, Winklebottom, you confound me at times.
Of course we know it's nonsense, but the killer may not. If we can make it look authentic, a seance might cause the killer to reveal himself. If he thinks old Gilfrey is about to finger him, he'd have to escape, or else own up before he was accused.
So all we have to do is fake a seance and wait for the killer to react. Genius. Or insanity. Honestly, I'm not sure which.
Insanity.
Perhaps both, my friend. Right, we should talk to our friendly medium about this.
Vamos a por ella.
Madam? Madam, we may have a need of your, talents to help us solve this case.
My talents? Whatever can you mean, Lord Winklebottom?
Witchcraft. Voodoo. Whatever it is you call it. You know, having a chinwag with fellows who have kicked the bucket.
You really must have a wonderful bedside manner, Frumple, but as my candid colleague suggests, we wish to have discourse with the deceased.
You mean a seance? Oh, I don't know. They are difficult to perform. I'm not sure that I have the strength or the ability, come to that.
Please, madam, you must. This may be our only chance to catch the killer. And I think you might be surprised by just how effective you are.
Very well, but I can't promise you'll get the answers you seek. We will need the others here to join paws with us. Let me know when you are ready.
Just so we know, what exactly will happen in this little shindig?
I will ask for 3 signs. First, a chill in the air, which will indicate a presence. Next, a ringing bell, so we know the spirit is here. Finally, a burst of flame as the spirit shows its power, so we know the connection is strong.
And that's all?
No, then the spirit must show itself to us. It will appear in the room.
Blimey, how are we going to arrange all that?
Well, madam, we are ready to start.
Very well. You get...
Vamos allá. Con la sesión de espiritismo. Yo estoy más que listo.
Firstly, if the spirits are here, we should feel a chill in the room. Spirits, come to us now.
If I open this by hoof, everybody will see me. I need a way to invisibly open it from a distance.
The spirits.
¿Qué coño? Juego. ¿Qué ha pasado?
Madam? Well, madam, we're...
Very well.
Ah, con los estos. Venga, va.
Firstly,
I can't do this while the seance.
Vale, vale, vale.
If I open this by here,
The spirits.
Vale, vale, vale. Tenemos que prepararlo previamente. A ver.
now I should be able to open this window from a distance. If I attach the wire to the hand, then run it around here.
It's Spider-Man.
I have reservation.
Vale, yo creo que ya está.
Madam? Well, madam, we're...
Very well.
Buenísimo, buenísimo. Buenísimo esta parte. Claro, la cosa del juego es jugarlo de seguido, porque es que si no se te va todo. Se te van todas las pistas y toda la que de la cabeza. Pero yo con el curro no, pues no, mira, lo juego cuando puedo. No puedo.
Firstly. Good, good. Spirits, if you are with us, chime a bell so that we may know. Oh.
I can't just wander over.
The spirits.
I've already attached wires. Madam? Well, madam, we're...
Very well.
Vale. Bueno, esto lo tenemos claro, va bien, esto dentro de lo que cabe, sencillito. Ay.
Firstly, if the spirits are here, we should feel a chill in the room. Spirits, come to us now.
Come to us.
Good, good. Spirits, if you are with us, chime a bell so that we may know. Good, good. Spirits, show us your power. Light up this room with flame. Oh.
I can't do this while the seance is going. Frumple is lurking in the corner of the room. He doesn't approve of this sort of thing. In this light...
The spirits see...
Oye, ¿cómo lo hacemos entonces? Lo puedo poner al Faithar. Espera. Lo puedo poner aquí.
This will make quite a flash.
Ah. La he enganchado ahí.
I'll attach a bit of... That's all of the wire used up. Madam? Well, madam...
Venga, a la 15ª va la vencida. Nosotros podemos. No creo que se confiese, o se confesarán todos. El camaleón sí. La doctora Sprite sí.
Firstly, if the spirits are here, we should feel a chill in the room.
Creo que están todos, ¿no?
Spirits, come to us now. Oh.
Sí, están todos, sí. Son 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Good.
9.
Spirits, if you are with us, chime a bell so that we may know.
Sí, solo falta la paloma. Esos son nuestros amigos.
Good, good. Spirits, show us your power. Light up this room with flame.
Good.
Good, good. Now, spirits, manifest your physical form. Show yourselves to us. Oh.
Let me just put this.
I say, what on earth are you doing? I won't be able to see a thing out of it.
The spirits.
Hay que hablar con alguien. Hay que hablar con alguien.
I believe these.
No, old boy.
Oh, then we.
Hay que ir a despertar al pajarito. Pajarito da el pego. Despierta.
Well, he seems dead to the.
Poor fellow is knackered.
Thank you. I'm really not sure what the. I'd really rather.
Ah, vale, espera.
I don't wish to ruin a perfectly good. We'll need to reattach this once.
Maldición.
Let's take one.
Otra vez es lógico que no funcione, ¿eh? Si no funciona una vez. Tengo que dar toda la vuelta para ir a coger eso. Es lo que no me mola.
I'm gonna take a.
Blimey, I'm gonna keep.
I'm really not. This seems unlikely. I'm really not. I have reservation.
Los tiempos de carga son rapiditos, ¿eh? No sé si te quedará un poquitín más. Pero... O sea, la paloma mucho venía hasta aquí, pero al final no ha hecho nada la paloma, ¿eh?
This will make quite a flash if it hits the fire.
Ya está, ¿no?
Madam? Well, madam, we are.
Very well.
Vamos allá. 23º intento.
Firstly, if the spirits are here, we should feel a chill in the room. Spirit. Oh. Good, good. Spirits, if you are with us, chime a bell so that we may know.
Frumple.
Good, good. Spirits, show us your power. Light up this room with flame.
Good.
Good, good. Now, spirits, manifest your physical form. Show yourselves to us.
Now, Frumple, it's your turn.
I mean, woo, I'm a scary ghost, woo.
Frumple is lurking in the corner of the room. He doesn't approve of this sort of thing. In this light, you could almost mistake him for a lost soul.
Good, good. It worked. The spirits are here. Tell us, spirit, do you have a message for us?
Oh, yes, I'll say.
And what is the message?
Well, I'm jolly cross about being killed and all that, and I'll tell you all who the blessed rotter is if they don't own up right this instant. And I'll probably haunt them for all time, too.
Does anybody in the circle wish to respond to the spirit?
Oh, go on. Oh, well, I suppose I'll be off then. Goodbye.
Oh, well, I suppose we are finished here. It seems the spirits were unable to help us. Such a pity. I really felt like there was a presence manifesting this time.
Oye, ¿esto?
Well, we did our best.
I was rather splendid, wasn't I?
As I say, we did our best. I must say I'm rather at a loss to know what to do now. If only the sounds had achieved something.
Entre fantasmas. Finge una sesión de espiritismo.
Madam?
Nada, no ha tenido
Thank you,
éxito.
Phil.
No ha tenido éxito. Para atrás. ¿Esta mujer ha robado algo?
Farewell.
Vamos a ir al este. La verdad es que hemos llamado al espectro al fantasma del Berta. ¿Qué tiene nada que decir?
Perhaps we should Thank you,
Vámonos. Aquí ha pasado algo. El Berta está viva. Y así yo digo, ¿para qué entonces estamos aquí pendiente de la señora?
Good grief, what the dickens is that?
Winklebottom, I don't like this. No, not one bit.
Steady on, old thing. It seems harmless. I wonder, could Madame Lavinia's seance have actually worked?
No, this is wrong, blasted. Unholy. I want no part of this.
I wonder, though, this is Ethelberta's grave. Could it possibly be?
Greetings.
Greetings, madam?
No longer here. Just memories.
I shall be doing my best to wipe this horror from my own memory, that's for sure.
You, I take it, are a ghost? A spirit? Of Ethelberta?
I remember
Es Ethelberta.
nothing more.
Seems like we might need to jog her memory if we're to get any sense from her.
I remember a flash, a child. Then I was blown on the wind.
Typical. She missed out my bit.
¿Cómo que adiós?
Well then, madam,
Not much time now. I remember her. Who else should I remember?
perhaps you remember this.
My dear Ernestine, how could I forget? We were wed in New York. How I missed him.
Perhaps you remember this?
Sweet Constance, how could I forget? Born in Paris, such happy days.
I do believe we now have the information we need to crack the code.
Muchas gracias, Edelberta. Es Alberta. No, bueno, quería hablar con ella. A ver si podemos hablar con ella, a ver si sacamos algo más de información. No.
Farewell.
El gatete. Winslet tampoco.
Thank you, sir.
De Whiskas tampoco. Y está Charles Leclerc, que es Percival. Vale. Espera, tenemos en el libreto este. Se me deja abrir el librillo. Venga, librillo. Se casó en el de Constado en París. Así que supuestamente tiene que ser... Era África, Sudamérica, se casaron en Nueva York y tuvieron a la pequeña en París, que es Europa.
By Jove, I think we've done it. Well, what do we have here?
Maybe now we'll find out what was going to happen here.
¿Qué es Hamlet o qué?
Well then, let's see what we have here.
I say, that skull is a bit strange. Never seen anything quite like it. Close to a primate skull, but not any species I know.
There are papers in here too. This must be what Price was looking for. Let's take a look.
Well, what have you found?
I'm afraid that a lot of the technical mumbo-jumbo is rather beyond me, but it would appear that this skull is the key to it all. He discovered it on one of his expeditions and has done a lot of work analysing it.
And he was planning to announce this discovery to the world.
Apparently so, but I'm not clear on why he thought it so important. I think he wanted help with the announcement, or guidance maybe. Hence inviting religious and spiritual representatives, a journalist, a popular entertainer, all people who could help him get a message out.
And we're rather popular public figures too, of course. But look, Winklebottom, I'm sure this is all very interesting, but it doesn't help us with the question of who bumped off the poor chap.
You're quite right, as always, Frumple. I think perhaps we need to talk to all the suspects at once and solve this crime once and for all.
You don't mean...
Yes, Frumple, let's gather the suspects together in the drawing room.
Oh, I do enjoy this part.
También, yo también. Cuando se descubre el pastel. Descubramos el pastel, a ver qué hay. El pajaroto se ha despertado por fin, hombre.
As you all know, my good friend Admiral Gilfrey died last
El
night.
precioso no está.
After investigating his death, myself and Dr. Frumple have determined that it was no accident. Somebody wanted Gilfrey silenced, and they wanted it so badly that they'd resorted to murder.
And what's more, that person is in the room with us right now.
Yes, I think that was rather implied, Frumple. Now, all of you were invited here by Gilfrey, and several of you had ideas why that was so. All of you were wrong. Now, to recap. Yesterday, guests started arriving here. At some point, we don't know when, somebody dumped a large quantity of salt into Gilfrey's water supply, an action that ultimately led to his death.
Rotten way to go.
Now, as well as killing Gilfrey, it seems the criminal was also looking for something. They were searching the attic when they were disturbed by Ambrose, the butler. They ran and locked him in order to escape without anybody sounding the alarm. They escaped the house, briefly dropping the key to the cellar, which they'd also locked to hide their crime. Something must have gone wrong, though, as we know that nobody is missing, so they presumably returned here after failing to escape the island.
Well, go on then. Who was it?
Well, Frumple, that's the interesting question. I'm afraid that right now I don't know the answer. But let us examine the facts and discuss the subjects one at a time. Reverend Peabody, we know that you went up to the attic at one point, and we also know what you have been looking for up there. You have a secret, and you were terrified Gilfrey would reveal it.
But you can't mean... I didn't.
No, I think not. So what about Beryl? You've worked for Gilfrey for years, but felt hurt that he didn't reciprocate the feelings you had for him. Perhaps you finally snapped and decided that if you couldn't have him, nobody could.
Oh, my lord! I never...
No? Well then, let's turn to Sir
Tiene pinta
Winslet.
ser el
You believe
camaleón.
that Gilfrey didn't approve of you.
Camaleona.
In point of fact, you were wrong about that, and the reason you're here is that he valued you as a journalist and wanted you to help with his announcement.
Oh, I see.
Plus, of course, there's the matter of the inheritance. You are not a rich cat, but Constance is now a very wealthy lady. With the supposed impediment to your union out of the way, your money woes are over.
Now, come on, old thing, be serious.
Very well, let's move on. To Dame Celia. With the narcissism typical of members of the acting profession, you actually believe that Gilfrey invited everybody here to reveal your closely guarded secret. Is this enough of a reason for you to kill?
Will you stop going on about my bill, young man? There's nothing in
Poco
it.
astuta ella.
Stupid bat left the trumpet in the other room.
Well, no matter. We still have other suspects, such as Madame Lavinia.
Oh, no, you can't suspect me.
And why not? You believe, incorrectly as it turns out, that you are a fraud. Gilfrey, a rational chap, might want to expose this to the world. Maybe fearing this, you took matters into your own hooves.
Cartas astrales el asunto.
I'm not finished yet. We still have Miss Price to consider.
Of course, you'd forget about me until the end.
You worked with Gilfrey, helped him with his research. Maybe you feared he would take all the credit for your work. After all, he took your notes and papers. Perhaps a lifetime of being underappreciated boiled over and you did away with him.
Perhaps. Is that what you really think, Mr. Winklebottom?
No, probably not. However, that is just about everybody, except for Mr. Spode here. I suppose there could be something we don't know about Gilfrey's legal matters that could give you a motive.
Could be, old boy, but there isn't.
No, Spode has been Gilfrey's solicitor for years. Hard to imagine him suddenly developing a sudden desire to murder him.
So what now? Who did it?
Who's the killer? I'll tell you. Right now. The killer. The killer
Hostia, pero
is...
si no está. ¿Quién es?
I
Todos.
don't know.
Oh.
Blast, I was rather hoping they might be gracious enough to expose themselves at this point.
Oh, bugger. So what now? More questioning?
Well,
Actually, sir, if you don't mind, I have a question for you.
Culver, glad to see you back in the land of the living. What is it?
Well, sir, I was just wondering why you keep referring to this fellow as Spode.
Because that's who he is, Spode of Spode, and Flabbernacle Solicitors.
No, he isn't. Look, sir, I spend a lot of time in court giving evidence and what have you. I know Spode, both of them, in fact, and this chap isn't him.
Damn your eyes. Price, follow me, now.
Good night, everyone.
Damn it, the lights are out. Somebody, stop them.
Ojitos, ojitos. Bueno, quitando a Paul. La camaleona se veía. Acto 3, Music Move.
Quickly, Frumple, hurry, we mustn't lose track of them.
Easy for you to say with those whacking grey stilts you call legs. Now where have the buggers got to?
This way, they're heading off in the direction of the forest.
Let's go, let's go.
Now where do we go?
I'm sure they came in here. We can't be far behind them, but which way did they go? There must be some clue.
¿Pistas? Es un poco al azar, ¿no?
No.
¿Y cómo sé yo por dónde van? Derecha. Izquierda. Delante. Derecha, ¿no? El polvillo ese. Es lo único que aparece el polvillo ese, ¿no?
No, we've...
Pero será el polvillo, tío. Yo voy por donde el polvillo.
way through the... Crumple, look. What's that coming through the mist?
Es como el cuadro. ¿Es perezoso o qué?
I say, I don't much care for that thing. What on earth is it?
My God, Frumple. It's an abomination.
He's making a run for it.
After him, he may lead us to Price and our imposter, Spode.
Por fin el faro.
Ugh, I'm all covered in dried twigs and leaves from the forest. No sign of that creature, or Price or Spode, but they must surely have come this way.
They must be inside this lighthouse. We've got them trapped.
The doors are locked tight with a padlock.
We'll have to get it open somehow. We have to.
I'm not really inclined to start waving a... no. No. No, I don't... A rather mysterious skull from a speak...
Una especie que desconocemos.
The papers we discovered in Gilfrey's safe. It's locked.
Sneaky buggers.
Ah, trampilla, espera.
It's no good. The padlock is...
Para forzarlo.
I'm really not sure what the... This seems unlikely. The doors are locked tight with... This is locked...
Remember how the limehouse lizards cracked open that safe containing the Duchess's pearls? We could do the same. Blast the, blasted thing off.
Problem is, I don't have anything to blast it open with.
Here, I still have some of that gunpowder we took from the caves. Thought I'd grab some extra just in case. You can have the rest of the contents in my pockets too, in case it's of any use.
Buena, buena. Mira.
Dry sticks and... This seems unlikely. I'd really rather... Right, I'm going to pour this gunpowder.
¿Cómo hacemos fuego? Loco.
The lantern is long since extinguished, and anyway, I do myself a mischief that... I can probably use these to start a fire, but I'll get my hooves blown off if I ignite the gunpowder directly.
Qué mecha, tío.
No, I don't think...
Espera, hambre. ¿Y si no tengo nada para encender?
The doors are locked tight with... We can't go back now, we need...
Oh, vale.
I have reservation. I'll place some of the thread from this sewing kit into the lock and run it... I can generate a bit of heat with this tinder, but the fuse isn't lighting. I need to make it more flammable.
No tengo más.
Okay, I soaked the fuse in the last dregs of oil from...
Va, para eso nos han dado estas cositas. Lo del hilo ha sido gratuito, ¿eh? Las herramientas entiendo porque
Okay,
voy por el bosque,
hopefully
pero...
I can use these twigs to generate a bit of a spark. Aha!
It's going. Stand back, old thing. Hooves over the old lugs, what?
Cuidado, cuidado.
Almost there now.
This is it. This is...
Nada. O sí. Nada o sí.
The padlock is loose.
Vale, vale. Este paso ya se han ido,
That's it! The...
Bien. Yuhu. Venga, abajo. Bajemos abajo.
My God, Frumple, what is this place? Just what has been happening here?
¿Qué es eso que está ahí? ¿Qué es esto? Unos ojillos. Hostia, qué rápido se mueve aquí la cámara, ¿no?
A book about something called DNA. Mean anything to you, Frumple?
Looks like biology, but nothing I was ever taught. If I don't know about it, it's likely just bunkum and balderdash.
Es así, ácido desoxirribonucleico.
Various chemicals and concoctions. A cure for what ails you?
Wouldn't go sipping those willy-nilly. Some nasty stuff there.
What on earth are these things?
They're abhorrent, blasphemous creatures. Ugly blighters too.
I wonder, could these be related to that strange skull Gilfrey found?
Their noggins would seem to be about the right shape, though these poor chaps don't look like the healthiest specimens of whatever species they are.
That creature outside, though. Are these previous attempts to create that thing? Is that even possible?
Dashed if I know. I can help chaps keep hold of life, but creating it from nothing? Fellows that did that would be a damn sight cleverer than me, that's for sure.
Well, this doesn't help us with our immediate concern in any case.
Estúpida, están haciendo humanos. Seguro, ¿eh? Ahorita que están haciendo humanos.
Good grief, what macabre experiments have occurred down here?
This equipment looks like it can deliver a heck of a shock to the system. Might be useful to kickstart a chap's ticker.
Or start one up from scratch, perhaps.
Eso, un Frankenstein.
I say, Winklebottom, who's this unfortunate figure?
Es un mono.
Quickly, Frumple, we should get this gag out of his mouth.
Es que tiene pinta mono humano.
I have reservations. I'm not really inclined to start waving a crowbar around. I'm really not sure what the...
Hombre, pero es quitar la mordaza, ¿no? No.
Good grief.
This equipment looks...
Or start one up. Right, old boy. Soon have this out of your mouth.
Qué gotazos.
Oh, thank you, sirs. I rather feared my number was up. What on earth is going on here?
That was
todo
rather going to be my
auténtico.
question. May I ask with whom I have the pleasure of conversing?
Oh, how rude of me. My apologies. I am Ulysses Spode of Spode and Flabbernacle. At your service, sir.
I say, you're the fellow that Toad chap was impersonating. Not that you tricked me for a second, you understand.
He tied me up just as I arrived at the island. Asked all sorts of questions about me and my client, Mr. Gilfrey. You know the Admiral?
Yes, indeed, and I'm afraid I have some rather sad news in that regard. However, right now we must urgently search his laboratory. We're really in an awful hurry.
Oh, be careful. There's something ghastly going on in here. Have you seen that thing? That creature, all hairless and pallid? Oh, never in all my days have I set eyes on such a thing.
We'll be careful, and we'll be back to set you free as soon as possible.
Oh, don't mind me, old thing. I'll just wait here until you're ready.
Venga, venga. Necesito darle caña a esto.
I say, a chap could probably...
The same thought had crossed my mind, old thing.
Nada.
Oh, well.
Blast, it's locked. Spode and Price could be through here.
Bloody locked doors. Soon as we get back to London, I'm getting one of those skeleton keys that Charlie Weasel used for breaking into all those nightclubs.
Nightclub.
What on earth? Why has the light gone out? Ow! I say, what was that?
Ouch. Something bloody well stabbed me.
Gentlemen.
Price, what's going on here? And where is Spode?
Oh, Mr. Winklebottom. I'm sorry it had to come to this. Why did you have to start poking your noses into things that don't concern you? I just wanted to be left alone with my work, but you wouldn't let me, would you? The same as Gilfrey wouldn't let me.
I don't understand. Are you saying you killed Gilfrey?
I didn't, as it happens. But does it matter, really? He had to be stopped. He was going to tell the world about my discovery. Stop my experiments.
That creature?
It is not a creature. It is a human.
I say, a what?
A human. Homo sapiens, if you want its scientific name. Oh, you'd find them fascinating, Doctor. Before the world as we know it existed, they ruled the earth, you know, built great cities and fought terrible wars. They were like gods.
Sounds like you want to take their place. You're playing God.
I have recreated them. Just a tiny trace of biological matter on that skull was all I needed. From just that, I was able to create cells, and from cells, a whole body.
Took you a few goes, though, by the looks of it.
Nobody's perfect, Mr. Frumple. The mistakes were unfortunate, but an essential step in my work. And the final result, well, he is perfect.
I'm starting to see why Gilfrey wanted to stop you. It was you he was trying to get rid of, wasn't it? He wanted you off the island and your work stopped.
He didn't understand. Wanted to just tell the world about everything. They would have taken my creation from me. Lucky for me that others wanted the secret kept too.
The imposter, Spode.
He's their representative. He's just here to help get me and my work away from this place. His organisation is most insistent that this discovery is kept secret from the general public. They, at least, appreciate me.
It was him, wasn't it? He poisoned Gilfrey to keep him quiet.
No, sorry. That's enough. I've just been keeping you talking long enough for the poison to kick in. It should be well into your system by now. Can you feel it?
Oh, I'm feeling a bit peaky, old thing.
Me too, Frumple.
I'm sorry I had to do it. But you would have stopped me, wouldn't you? I have to get off the island with my work like we planned before the wretched storm ruined everything.
Wait, stop. Let's discuss this like civilized animals. It's not too late.
Sorry, Mr. Winklebottom. The boat should be here by now, and you've most kindly found the papers Gilfrey took from me. We've been searching high and low for these. And you've brought the skull, too, I see. I'll have those.
Wait, No.
Acabo de estar la otra embarcación que no había visto nunca en el otro lado del puerto. Me había comentado el pajaroto.
Frumple, snap out of it.
I don't feel so good, old thing.
Quickly, we need to find an antidote. I need you, Dr. Frumple.
Ay, espera.
Lots of pretty bottles. I wonder if any of these would... Ah, doctor. I need a doctor. Come on, old boy, you have to help. There are lots and lots and lots and oh, I'm repeating myself. The point is, there must be something we can do with all these chemicals.
Give me a moment. I need to think in my head. Ah, I know.
Well?
Well, I remember my school holidays in summer running through the grass. The colour of the leaves on the trees. Everything was so happy then.
I'm not sure this is helpful.
It just popped into my head when I was thinking about how to make an antidote.
I hope this tastes better than it looks. No, I don't know if I'm doing this right.
Look at...
You really should stop your limbs from swaying.
Come on, old chaps.
Oh, hello, it's Dr.
Hello.
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 That's Dr. Frumple. Come on, old boy, what do we need to do?
Well, I remember my school holidays in summer running through the grass. The color of the leaves on the...
El color.
Chin chin, old boy. Ugh. I say, I can't make it.
Rude of them, honest.
Está el verde, ¿no?
Met a chap one day who'd made the most delicious honey. I got it all over my face and clothes. When Nanny washed it off, it left the bathwater such a lovely colour, like liquid.
I hope this tastes better. No, it wouldn't. Hello in there.
No manners, that's the...
I really hope some part.
One day I stayed out too late and it started to get dark. I stumbled and fell into a ditch. The brambles cut my arms and legs, something wicked.
Well, here's...
Está ahí el veneno en medio, para que te confundas. Y la última será la morada, ¿no? Me imagino.
Is there any more?
Eventually the end of summer came. I had to go back to school and those rotters who called me names. I spent the last day just laying down, looking up at the clear summer sky, hoping the day would never end. Still remember the colour even now.
Será el morado, ¿no? Estancia azul, espérate.
Is there any more?
Eventually the end of summer came. I had to go back to school and those rotters who called me names.
Es azul, pero pues parece veneno.
Okay. Yeah.
Bien, bien.
Oh, my head. My word. Those chemicals tasted absolutely...
They did the job though, eh?
Indeed they did. Well done, my scholarly sidekick.
We'd better get a move on
Solo la
though.
vida, Frampol.
Catch up with the rogues before they scarper.
Yes, come on. Let's head back outside.
Ay, el bueno de Frampol. ¿Qué haríamos sin él, no?
Spode.
Well, no. But I'm sure you know that by now. I thought I'd got away with that, you know. Would have too, if not for you meddling mammals. Just needed to play for a bit of time for our boat to arrive and get myself, Price, and her creation away from here.
You did it, didn't you? You killed Gilfrey.
Old fool was going to go public about what he'd found. We couldn't allow that.
Why not? What harm would it do?
Harm? My dear Winklebottom, it would be catastrophic. So much of what we think of as our society comes from them, you know. The humans. We cannot allow their existence to become public knowledge.
And so, just for that, you killed him?
No choice. We needed to tie up all the loose ends. Keep him from talking and get Price, her creature, and the research off the island.
Only you couldn't, could you? You didn't know about the safe, so couldn't find his papers. And then, having wasted time looking for them, the storm stopped you getting away.
Inconvenient, that was. Fortunately, we ran into Spode, and as nobody else knew him, that gave me a convenient cover to carry on looking for the research. A solicitor looking through papers. Nobody would give a second thought.
But why not just talk to Gilfrey, explain things to him? You didn't need to kill him.
Too big a risk. Whatever else the humans were, they made sure everybody knew their place in the world. Kept order. We need that. Our society has been shaped, molded into a replica of theirs to keep our own instincts at bay. Imagine if that got out. It would be chaos.
Well, you've buggered it up now, haven't you? We all know, and we're not going to keep quiet about it.
Bueno, una pipa. Se ha pegado un tiro,
Oh, Dr. Frumble, you and the others are never leaving this island. I'm sorry, but that's how it's got to be. This whole thing goes far deeper than you know. And I'm afraid the two of you are just some more loose ends that I need to deal with.
You absolute bounder.
Bound. ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¡No, Franco, no! ¡Mi hermano, no!
No! Get off us, you fool! You'll have us all over the edge!
Franco! No!
¡Ostras, al precipicio! ¡Franco, no! Primero era la leche, luego el té. Nunca lo supimos hacer bien. No puede haber muerto Franco. Estará ahí el pulpo Paul. La habrá salvado con sus tentáculos. Epílogo. Cabos sueltos. Capítulos sueltos. Cabos sueltos. ¡Oh! ¡Ha muerto!
Well then, Culver, can I offer you a cup of tea before you go?
Most kind, sir. Most kind. I say,
No.
lovely service, wasn't it? Dr. Frumple would have enjoyed it, I think.
Indeed so, indeed so. Reverend Peabody gave a most moving sermon.
All a bit quick, to my mind. But I suppose they know what they're doing.
Indeed, the impetuousness of youth, I suppose. Winslet and Constance looked very happy in any case, and Miss Clutterbuck was overjoyed that she caught the bouquet.
Shame old Frumple couldn't be there. Have you seen him today?
Not yet. They say he should be out of hospital in a day or so. I think his demands for tea are starting to test the patient and the nurses, truth be told.
And he still has no idea how he managed to get back onto the beach after his fall?
None at all. I suspect we'll never know.
Recoger el pulpo Paul, seguro. Ahí está. Durmiendo la mona.
Well, anyway, how goes the case? Still no sign of the fellow who was impersonating Spode?
Not a trace of him. Nor this creature you claim to have seen. He almost certainly died in the fall.
And Miss Price?
Oh, she's being most helpful. Got a full confession. Honestly, I think she was just happy that somebody was paying attention to her for once. She'll be charged as an accessory to Gilfrey's murder.
Well then, I suppose that just about wraps everything up.
Well, there is just one thing. Price had these notes on her, in this weird-looking skull. The boys of the yard don't know what to do with them, so I rather thought you might want to keep them.
Oh, Inspector Culver, I most assuredly do.
Do you think you'll go public with all this? Tell people what you know?
That will require some thought. Spode believed our whole society would collapse if people knew the truth, but, you know, I rather suspect we'll continue to muddle on just fine.
Well, let me know if you do decide to tell the world. I rather think I might just take a holiday that week.
Most wise, Inspector. Well now, how about that cup of tea?
Oh, yes. Very kind.
And this time I'll be sure to put the milk in first, just the way Frumple likes it.
Eso es. Eso es. Muy bien hecho. Ya está. Lo Winklebottom investigates. Ya, caso cerrado. Pues ha estado guay el juego. Pena que lo he jugado muy separado, entonces no sabía muy bien a veces qué había que hacer, pero muy chulo. Otro triunfo de Lord Winklebottom. El asunto de Wilfred resuelto por Winklebottom. Winklebottom resuelto caso por sí solo. No, hombre. Le quitan la esta. Pobre Franco. Que si no le hubiéramos muerto. Ya sabía yo que Franco no iba a morir. Japanese translation. Oh, aquí está nuestro amigo. Era capibara de
Well,
estas,
old
¿no?
thing, how are you feeling now?
Well, not too bad, all things considered. They say I must have cracked my cranium on some rocks when I fell into the water. Doctor says nothing important was damaged, though.
Oh, just your head then?
Anyway, have the papers picked up on the case? What are they saying about me?
Well, I shouldn't worry yourself about that
Pobrecito.
right now. My immediate concern is what to do about the research we found regarding these humans. Spode, or whoever he really was, seemed to think society would collapse if people found out about them.
I mean, it's a bit of a shock that these fellows ran the place before us, but look, if they were such clever clogs, what happened to them? Can't be that smart if they wiped themselves out.
Eso es.
Gilfrey's research doesn't say. Whatever happened to them, it didn't leave a lot of evidence, just traces really, underground or in deep caves. I suppose somebody must have found books or documents and set about moulding our society along the lines of theirs. It must have taken centuries, though.
Some kind of secret society shaping the world? Sounds like utter bunkum to me. Anyway, what are we going to do about it? We have to tell people, don't we?
You know, Frumple, I'd rather think we do. We can't keep it secret. If people know the truth, then we can decide for ourselves. There's no reason to follow the path trodden by these long-dead humans. It's our world now, and I believe we have a duty to find our own way in it.
Plus, I'm bound to get a mention in the newspaper if we do.
Indeed so, Frumple. Well, I'm going to go and make a few arrangements, and then, once you're fighting fit again, we shall have a big announcement to make.
Eso es. Aunque la gente siempre le da importancia sobre a Winklebottom y a Fran por pasan de escudo. Pero si no dan podo, es algo importante. Siempre lo ponen mal. Mira, en japonés. Daily News. Pobre. Downpoll, siempre llaman Downpoll, tío. Pobrecito. Kickstarter. Dirá gracias por jugarlo. Thanks for playing, ¿no? Al final de todo. BAC. Bureau of Animal Control. O el FBI. Federal Bureau, ¿no? Investigate, sí. Jugar ustedes a rea.
This won't do at all. Send out the word. I want Lord Winklebottom, dead or alive.
¿Su manita de qué es? ¿Qué estás de Packers? Me gusta mucho la música. Bueno, hace mucho apoyo en Kickstarter, ¿eh? Esto es lo que pagan por tener el nombre en los créditos. Muy chulo, muy chulo. El juego de Cave Monsters. Además, ninguna basura hallado durante la producción de este juego. Thanks for playing. No, tienes que ver thanks for playing. Ay, pobre, nadie la ha desatado.
I say, Chabs, any chance you could let me out now?
Me ha llevado tiempo, tío. Pobrecito.
Getting a bit peckish here now.
Uf.
Chabs? Chabs?
Comidita de humano. Pobre Spawn. Muy chulos estos créditos finales, muy chulos. Qué vidilla le dan al juego. Se nota que se lo han querido currar. Y se lo han currado, de hecho. Muy chulo. Me ha costado poco jugarlo, pero en el sentido de el tiempo, cuando te atascas en un puzzle, pues no sabes por dónde ir. El tema que sea... Lo único pegado que le pongo es el tema de que es mucho de ratón. Porque tienes que ir con mucho cuidadito a ver qué es cada cosa, ¿no? No es tan fácil, pero bueno, no impide que juegues, no impide que disfrutes y nada, me ha gustado un montón, me ha gustado mucho. A ver si ahí tiene alguna... La música mola también un montón. Ah, voy a reducir el movimiento de la cámara. Podría haberla dado a esto, porque al final me he vuelto loco en el laboratorio, me he vuelto un poco loco. Pero bueno, no me he mareado, es lo bueno. Así que nada, muy chulo este Lord Winklebottom Investigates. A ver si hay segunda parte, ojalá que sí, ojalá que King Monster se anime a hacer segunda parte. Y nada, a mí por mi parte me ha gustado mucho, me alegro de darle un poquitín de publicidad, aunque sea pequeña en YouTube, o que sea de gameplay, de series. Y nada, gracias a los que lo habéis seguido tanto en directo como en diferido, y nada, un juego más, un juego menos, y nada, lo he dicho, muy chulo este juego, me alegro de haberlo pasado hoy, en casi 2 horitas. El juego me ha durado más de lo que esperaba, de lo que pensaba, pero bueno, muy chulo, así que nada. Muchas gracias a todos por verlo y nada, nos vemos en las próximas aventurillas, que tocará algo de terror. ¿Llegó al Outlast? Puede que sí. Nada, un abrazo y a cuidarse mucho.